Hello, everybody. My name is Stevie Cade, and welcome to Film Trigger for another live watch party. And I do have some special guests. Jeff Schaefer will be joining me again. If you can remember him, he joined me for the Waterworld watch party. And we also have Durbin from Durbania, a longtime friend. We went to high school together, known each other for many, many years. Over 20 now. That's how long high school was ago. So without further ado, let me do our little intro here, and then I will welcome these guys into the stream with us. So join us starting in 3, 2, 1.
God, I love being
All right. Durbin.
Woo!
Jeff.
Yeah. Oh, that's epic. That's epic.
All right.
Classic Jeff move.
I don't know
there.
what turtle you are, though, because that's green.
Yeah, so I'm the fifth turtle. I am Jeff Atardo. So that is.
I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
Jeff Atardo. That is more fitting than you probably want to accept.
Now, was that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4 or 5 that never reached the public that
Correct.
you showed up in?
Correct. It would have highlighted the Jeff Atardo character solely. The other turtles just basically very basic bylines in the movie, but
right. Yeah.
So let's talk about this movie a little bit. Some stuff that went into this production. So I was doing a lot of research for this movie today, and I learned a lot more than I expected. Did you know there's a darker cut that hasn't seen the light of day yet?
There's Snyder cut of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sitting out there?
I think they just turned the brightness down. It's the same movie. It's just a darker.
Literally a darker cut. Okay.
No, Steve Barron, which I don't know if you guys know who that director is. He was more famed for doing movie or music videos. Most famously, like Aha, Take On Me.
Oh, one of my faves.
Yeah, he did that, and they brought him on to do this, and he decided to follow the comic book,
which is dark.
I haven't
read it, but yeah, they use their weapons.
He ended up leaving the project during Cody Leach in the house.
That's Cody.
He ended up leaving the project during editing because for creative differences, because he had so much more depth. Like Michelangelo had a much darker tone in this in his original movie. Like, you know, that one scene where Raphael's like Splinter on top of the rooftop. That's actually Michelangelo, but they put Raphael's voice on it because it didn't make sense because they took out all of his darker.
Right.
And if you think about that,
so he's Cyborg.
Yes, exactly.
Whoa.
Exactly.
I want this cut. If we do a hashtag campaign, could we get this?
Why not? We live in that climate. Sure, let's all bitch and complain about it until we get what we want. Because God damn it, we like movies, and that's what we do. So, and then another fact: the music to this movie, which is iconic. I mean, I get the song stuck in my head all the time. Is not the original music that was in the movie. The guy who used to be the manager for the Sex Pistols.
Oh boy!
Did the music originally for the movie, and they did away with it after Steve Barron left, and brought in a new guy like 2 months before the movie was released, and he actually studied Tom and Jerry, the how they did the music in Tom and Jerry to lighten the tone of the movie. So if you notice, like when they're fighting in these scenes and stuff, the music goes with their actions, like a Tom and Jerry cartoon. It's just a lot of.
Which is really, honestly, that goes back to, silent film where you would have the organist that would set up and he would play music, that would, because there was no audio, there was no speaking, there was no soundtrack whatsoever. So they literally had to, replicate the actions and what would be coming out of a person's mouth with music. So the Tom and Jerry soundtrack, I didn't know it influenced this one, but it's also very heavily influenced by like the silent film era.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
That's really
all right, you guys ready to start this thing?
Yeah. Hold on.
All right.
It's turtle time.
Max. Let's do it.
Yeah, you're watching. Yeah, it's on HBO Max streaming if you guys want to. I'll be streaming it from my personal collection. All right, 3, 2, 1, click.
Click.
All right. I'm right here. Like it started at.
Yep, there's the New Line logo. I got it.
And now New Line Cinema.
I think you might be like 3 seconds behind us because some reason it started at 4 seconds, but whatever.
You know what? Usually I'm 3 seconds ahead of you when we do these things. I'll take being 3 seconds behind.
It's like that. I see. So coming out of the gate, man, this movie does a great job exposition wise. It's like bringing you into what's happening. Here's what you need to know about the Foot. This is where they're at. This is what's going on in the city.
Yeah.
And we can move on and focus on character development.
I'll think about this. Like you and me probably were first grade kindergarten when this movie came out. Because I was in kindergarten. You were a year ahead of me. So you were first grade. Listen to that.
I was in third grade.
I was a sophomore in high school.
Well, then how far behind was I? I remember being 6 and in kindergarten. But listen to that music. Like it's like it opens with this exposition with April O'Neil, and you have this like for a kid really intense music in the opening.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, wow, what am I about to see? This is way cooler than the cartoon.
Yeah.
Although I don't know why it takes 46 people to steal one wallet. This is a lot of handoffs going on here.
Well, while that's a little ridiculous.
And I believe that was Shredder's hand. I just saw this like totally swipe that wallet.
Right.
You know, incognito in his Shredder outfit.
Plan person, but
it
could
is
be Shredder. Is it Shredder?
It might. I don't know.
Does Shredder want a wallet that bad?
I don't think Shredder's hanging out in the alley.
I don't care what kind of ninja you are. I don't know how you get all those boxes out that fast. Like, what on earth?
Well, somebody just lost their job.
Close your shirt, Mamaw. Everybody can see your slip.
You can't tell me. There we go. There it is. There it is. She sees it. I feel better now.
Yeah, you're about 3 seconds behind.
Well, that's not my fault now, is it?
No, I'm just 3 seconds ahead.
Your streets ahead. Community reference.
Do you want to hit pause, play?
Yeah, we did that last time. Pause, play. Yeah.
Yeah. But see, I noticed when you do that, it makes things worse.
Oh, yeah. I think we managed to squeak it out last time, but yeah.
We did.
Because you jumped ahead using the timeline.
Right. See, I like this establishment of their hideout versus because Steve, I watched your review versus what you said in your review when you're watching them be extra rebellious and they got the skateboards and all that stuff. I like this establishment with the Whopper as better than what we get later.
Well, yeah, it makes more sense. It really lays the groundwork of what are these guys actually doing as opposed to just spray painting on a wall that nobody will fucking see except for themselves,
Yes.
Way to give it to the man, guys. My favorite line is still, got any cigarettes? Oh, shit.
Now, you see, this scene when I was a kid, I remember this. Like, I thought I was the coolest kid ever to own this on VHS when I got it. So when my uncle came over and this scene was beginning, and Raphael's weapon hits that light and it goes dark. I mean, I was going to everybody in the room, shh, now watch, this is awesome. Because, I'm thinking they're going to think this is the coolest thing on earth.
Right.
But objectively, it's pretty darn awesome.
Well, dude, I loved this movie so much. When I came out of the theaters, I was doing ninja kicks. Like, I was I was a fucking turtle for the next,
Did you ever dress up as a turtle for Halloween? Did you own any Ninja Turtle underwear?
Yeah, I own some Ninja Turtle things. I had Ninja Turtle pajamas and stuff like that. But like, I wanted to be a Ninja Turtle for Halloween, but my mom was always cheap and made our costumes. Okay. So like, I wasn't really a Ninja Turtle. I was just like,
guys, this is it. This is it. Oh, okay, go on. I'm sorry. I love it.
So the light went out. That is cool though,
isn't it? I love it so much.
Yes, and the first line of dialogue we get from a turtle is a curse word. 8-year-old me was fucking shocked.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Damn. What did you say?
Yeah. Damn.
Oh, that's right.
I guess this first line from Raphael is them going as dark as they felt they could go with Ninja Turtles, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, they also
don't have that Snyder cut.
They also say bitchin' in it as well.
Yeah, they do. Because they're real surfer dudes.
I mean, he had all that time to tie up like 6 dudes after kicking their butt in like a split second, but he didn't have time to pick up his other piece of weaponry?
Suspension of disbelief, Jeff. Get with it.
You know me. I'm the Nancy naysayer.
I have
So
to
it-
assume it hit the light, it fell into a shadow, and Raphael missed it and couldn't find it in time.
Well, everything was a shadow when the light was out.
Yeah.
And how did the light come back on? You know?
No, it was the police lights. It was their
Oh, that's
headlights.
right. That's
Well,
right.
So
don't you
anybody-
love the police timing?
Here comes this great intro. I hate the fact they use the cartoon logo. This movie doesn't fit into that, but obviously it was like to sell toys and shit like that.
And Toyotas.
Toyotas,
Yeah.
like Star Wars. It was a toy Yoda.
No. Toyota commercials used to jump in the air.
For anybody tuning in, we are around the 5 minute, 50-second mark. If you want to watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with us, it is streaming on HBO Max.
Wow, I am 3 seconds behind you.
I told you.
That's fine. I don't care.
Yeah, the puppetry though, and like animatronics or whatever they're using is friggin' amazing.
It is.
I mean, even if they did that now, I would be impressed.
Like,
Yeah.
And they never reached this again.
Well,
Like, this
I
is
think
the
we
most
gotta do
realistic.
more of this now. I mean, everybody complained about what the Turtles look like in the new live action, which I wasn't complaining about their look. But I love this costume idea because it makes it more real to me. It like they're actually solid and they're there. And like, what is this? Over 30 years old. And
Well, just look at the expressions on their
amazing.
face.
Yeah.
The animatronics. I mean, it took 3 people for each turtle
Yeah.
to control and operate.
But think about
including
they're still
the
doing
person in the
karate.
suit.
They're
What's that?
backflipping. Like they're doing karate. They're
Yeah.
backflipping. They're doing all it. Can you imagine how hard it is for the guys in the costumes to see however you're supposed to see wearing
Yeah,
them?
apparently they have slits right under the bandanas. That was all the
Oh my
line
God.
of sight that they had. And there is a shot where Donatello like laughs, and you can actually see somebody's mouth inside. And it looks really creepy.
Oh man, point that out when we get there. I've never noticed that, and I want to see that now.
I think it's at the farmhouse is when it happens.
Splinter has a very Dark Crystal Skeksis kind of vibe to
Yes.
him.
Well, the people who worked on Dark Crystal also worked on this movie.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
That
I mean, it's almost like they repurposed the Skeksis and just put fur on it.
So
Well-
I have a conspiracy theory now that you say that, because Netflix did season 1 of the prequel for the Dark Crystal, and they went back to what they did in Ninja Turtles. They actually had like the Jim Henson puppetry, and
Right.
it was amazing. So they
I haven't
canceled
seen
it
it.
because we got to go back to the cartoony CGI. That's my conspiracy theory. They realized this still works and people would still watch it. Cancel this stuff. We got to get back to our CGI.
Yeah, CGI is a great tool, but it shouldn't be your primary.
Well, the reason
effect.
it is because it's cheaper. I mean, the money and cost for live action.
Well,
type
as
stuff-
opposed, you're paying one person to, create this computer graphic imagery, as opposed to paying 3 people to control this animatronic
Right.
suit.
Well, that just feeds into my conspiracy theory. That's
It does.
exactly why
does.
Netflix canceled that amazing show after one season.
It's all about money,
Ah, money.
greed.
Look what money did to our Ninja Turtles in the 21st century compared to what we had in the 90s. Come on, money. It
I
also
thought that-
ruined Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze. They tried to make that one more cartoony.
yeah,
Ugh.
dude, Splinter really looks like he's on his last leg here.
yeah, he's not looking good.
He
He looks like my cat, who I swore was going to die a year ago. She just like a vampire cat.
now to a movie. That okay with you?
So this costume is reminiscent of Clark Kent wearing glasses and nobody can recognize him.
Right,
But
right.
Clark Kent is better because he at least acts nerdy in the glasses, so nobody would believe it.
Well,
But
and he
he's got
doesn't have green feet
shoeless
and legs.
I don't know. It could also play into the fact that New York is just such a callous town of freaks. Like
Cesspool.
yeah, they just like they even illustrate that in the movie. Like, oh, that's it looked like a huge turtle in a trench coat. You're
Right.
going to LaGuardia, right? They're just they're so desensitized from it. I love this moment. This is such a beautiful shot. Steve
think so,
Barron
too.
and his cinematography team just did such a wonderful job making shots look good, and while also hiding, where the suits were problematic, like specifically under the neck. you know, where the suit's connected. Like shots like this is a prime example of that.
Which I can still see the under the neck even right here. But even as a kid, I noticed that, and it just didn't bother me because like it just looks so good.
Well, yeah, because you know that when you're watching this, you already go that suspension of disbelief. You know these aren't actual turtle actors that they hired,
Right.
So
two things here. The pizza guy, number one, he's the one that actually plays Mikey in the suit.
That's awesome.
This is his cameo. Number two, in my review, I couldn't figure out why the fuck you would have New Yorkers order Domino's.
Right.
Out of all the pizza places,
they should have got Sbarro.
But Ray's.
Yes,
Ray's is in the second one, but yeah, Ray's.
I was joking.
but
but I got it. The Office. I get it.
Yes, you got it.
But the funny thing
Really,
is,
Conan O'Brien?
I found out why Domino's was promoted because
for this film.
They needed $2 million more to like finish production.
Wow.
So Domino's said, okay, well, put us in the movie and we'll give you the money you need.
Dirty.
And you know
Hollywood
what? I'd do
whores.
it. I'd put Domino's in New York to get $2 million to finish my epic Ninja Turtles film. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
And Domino's and their very popular uncut pizza.
Right.
Did you notice the 2014 Ninja Turtles movie pay homage to this moment where they did this same scene with Splinter?
Yeah. Yeah, the CGI movie.
Yep, the CGI movie. I didn't hate the CGI movie. I thought it had good ideas, but this is better.
Are you talking about the live action CGI or the
live action CGI?
Oh,
no, wait. No, it was the CGI movie that did it.
I love that. Was a good movie, and it's also like loosely tied into this movie. Like you could pick that up as a sequel.
Easter eggs that tie it. Yeah,
right.
But you can also take it as separate.
Exactly. Yeah, here's my sigh, run, as opposed to, hey, I'm a fucking turtle, run.
Yeah, I in my imagination, he lifted up his jacket and they saw a turtle leg, a turtle shell, and they're like, what the crap, and ran.
And he has weapons. We're out.
Yes. I love this. Love
my favorite psychopath right here.
Honestly, Stephen Amell could have done just as good as this guy. And I don't think it's Stephen Amell's fault in that live action Turtles sequel that he was a bit more goofy. I think that was the direction handed down to him.
Whatever, man.
Because I've seen Arrow. I know what that dude can do, and he could have pulled that off, but nothing could be better than this.
Dude, I've talked about that moment or that in that movie. Like Steve Amell just, I always compare him to Pinocchio. One day I'm going to be a real detective.
Yes.
You know, like.
Yes, it's a terrible line. It's awful.
Who is this guy? I've seen him and stuff.
I can always have trouble. Elias Kateas.
Like, what else has he been in?
Oh, I can't remember off the top of my head.
I should look. I could IMDb this right now. Okay, on the phone. I'm heading to IMDb.
He's been in pretty significant stuff.
Yeah, he's had a pretty relevant career. Like I see him in stuff all the time, but I think it's more like side character stuff.
Well, good thing he didn't end up in those Mortal Kombat movies. He would have killed his career.
Welcome back, Shadow Vessel. The timestamp. We are. Hold on. We are 13 minutes and 40 seconds in and counting.
Cricket.
You gotta know what a trumpet is.
He was in Shooter. He played Jack Payne. Let's see. What else was he in? Nothing else I've even watched.
Huh. Maybe you just got one of those faces.
I don't know what that is. The Killing on
anything
Netflix.
TV related?
Let's see. I went past some TV things here. Let's see. Amazon original Goliath. He was on Chicago PD as Alvin Olinsky.
Oh, right here, another cameo. That's the guy that plays Raphael in the suit.
Seriously?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Huh.
Wait, he's Raphael in the suit?
Yep.
The taxi driver or the guy in the back?
The guy in the back.
Okay,
well,
good.
Yeah.
I was going to say that taxi driver's not going to do backflips and fight
the taxi driver looked like a turtle. They don't even need to put him in a suit.
Yeah, they just paint him green. Yeah.
I still think it's weird that Raphael's got this like totally like Brooklyn kind of accent, and all the rest of them sound like they were like raised on Redondo Beach.
You know what?
Right.
There's a theory for that because
And Splinter's Asian.
it shows that Raphael probably spends more time alone out with the people.
Well, why is Splinter Asian then?
Well, because he's from Japan.
But he didn't get his. Okay, fine. That does make sense.
Now, this shot here is such a beautiful shot. If you pay attention, it's a one camera pan
Nice.
through the whole thing, and it's I don't know, just
Now, why are sequels so hard? Because this is really beautiful, and I don't hate Secret of the Ooze, but this is like what Secret of the Ooze is missing. Like these moments where it quiets down. And Raphael and Splinter talk about Raphael's anger and how he needs to figure out how to channel it. And they shoot it so intimately that you're just drawn in.
well because there's heart in this. There was passion.
Yeah.
This was
A vision.
This was an indie film, pretty much.
Right.
And now after this, you get mainstream, and then they just go for the easy cash grab, go for brighter, shinier, faster, funnier.
You have less time, less money.
Yeah,
make it happen.
Right.
Now, did you know the
don't
girl who played April O'Neil took the role because of Robin Williams? Like, Robin Williams found out they were making this, and she said, they asked me to audition. He goes, do it. And that's why she did it.
Oh, nice. I did not know that. Shadow Vessel says The Prophecy.
Yeah, that's a good movie. Have you guys seen The Prophecy?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Christopher
an
Walken
interesting movie.
Yeah, remember Shadow Vessel was the one that would give you all the info before if he was in it.
He was very helpful. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I feel like the kid who plays Danny, like he seems wooden throughout this whole movie. Like,
yeah,
maybe he is.
That's
maybe
green.
he's animatronics.
one day I'm going to be a real boy.
Oh, I hit my microphone. Hey, Shadow Vessel, is that Seth Green?
Seth Green? I don't think so.
Who's Seth?
He would have been way too young.
Who's Seth Green? That kid? Are you freaking insane? No.
No, I might not be. I don't know.
No, that's definitely not Seth Green.
Do you even know who Seth Green is?
Am I thinking of somebody else? Hold on, let me look.
I think so.
You just think everyone with red hair looks alike.
Wow.
And that's a really bad stance.
That's gingerist.
Yes.
I tried.
Anti-ginger.
Anti-ginger.
Oh, yeah, okay, it's not Seth Green.
Yeah, we know.
Well, you know, sometimes I have to see it to believe it. Now I believe it.
Is that cop Danny DeVito? Look that up for me.
No, Danny DeVito was being the Penguin.
That would have worked. I would have.
Yeah.
Though Danny DeVito would have been really good in that role.
Yeah. Except he wouldn't have done as good of an Irish accent. Oh, Miss O'Neill. I feel like he came and stole me Lucky Charms.
Do you think he's doing an Irish accent?
Oh, he's Irish for sure.
That's totally New York accent.
Sounded Irish to me.
Oh, so let's defy all physics here.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
As he throws this knife into the TV and it sticks because that's how glass works.
Right. He was using Gorilla Glass. He was very ahead of the time.
His gorilla knife. It's probably had like a suction cup at the end.
Well, that's a cool first look at Shredder. You said it best in your review, Steve. That moment where he enters is amazing.
Oh my gosh. Dude, it still haunts me in my dreams. It's part of the reason why I like darker movies.
I mean, right now, just that intro is very much kind of follows like the Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget.
Yes, we're talking about the intro when like he comes into the.
But I mean, just now that first introduction where you only see like the arm and
I'll get you, Gadget, right.
Next time.
Years ago in Japan.
Yeah, you're right. That's very. I don't know how I thought it was. I'm only hearing parts of the movie, so.
You want me to turn it up? You want me to turn your thing up?
No.
Okay.
I just don't know this movie as intimately as you guys do. Because again, I was a sophomore when it came out. So while I definitely watched the movie, I was not buying Ninja Turtle underoos. You know?
Yeah, okay. Okay, boomer.
And I don't blame you guys. I had plenty of underoos as a kid. It was just a different era. It was all my shit was Superman and stuff like that.
I love this fight sequence coming up here. It's freaking.
And it's true nature of Raphael taking everything on himself.
Yep. And that anger, like he comes out like with that warrior's
Oh.
call. It's like awesome.
And this right here, very racist statement. And now here's something I've noticed. Notice how like all the kids that they're recruiting are all American,
Yeah.
but as soon as they put on the mask, everyone's Japanese.
Right.
Like the foot.
Horribly. Oh, look at that. It's very yellow. Right.
Here it comes. Oh,
Yeah, here it
do
is.
it. Come on, Raph. Oh, Raphael, you're the best.
Every time I watch this movie, it's like I'm watching it again for the first time.
I'm sure
Yep.
they had different heads that they would have for different types of scenes. So the animatronics were more designed to be angry versus playful. I bet you they had different robot heads that they would wear.
That would make a lot of sense. And probably like slightly different for the scene, you know?
Right.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't know Sam Rockwell was the head thug, Shadow Vessel? Yeah, I learned that quite a few years back.
I think the last time I watched this movie, I went, wait, is that Sam Rockwell? Kind of what I just did with Seth Green. Only that time I was right. It was Sam Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell. Is he the one from like Green Mile? And
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Moon
And
Pie
my
guy.
favorite Galaxy Quest where he's Guy. I love that.
Oh yeah, he's a great actor.
I have
Yes,
yet to
he
see
is.
Galaxy Quest.
No.
I
Okay,
hear
that's
it's
the
great.
next
God,
watch
dude.
party, dude. That's the next
Yeah.
watch party, just so
You
you can see that movie.
All right. I'm down with that.
Awesome movie. Alan Rickman.
I keep hearing how great it is.
Was this
Oh, dude.
Sigourney Weaver in that?
Yeah,
No,
she is.
okay.
Yep.
I don't fucking know. I didn't.
Tim Allen?
Tim
Yeah.
Allen. Yeah.
Like Steve, on the one hand, I don't want to hype Galaxy Quest up for you, but on the other hand, I don't know if I can. It's just one of those movies. It's just a classic. Like they
It
do
is.
such a great, and even
And
with
I know
bare
it will
minimum
stand
Star
up.
Trek knowledge, you can appreciate it because it's just hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a parody almost, but it's very fourth wall broken down kind of thing.
Oh man, now Steve, I'm excited you haven't seen that.
See, if that
This
were
is
me, I would
why-
have started kicking Splinter in the face.
Yeah,
That's what you
exactly.
do with a rat.
But this is why she's the best, April. I don't know. She has so much more emotion, I think, than the one that took over in the next two movies.
Yeah. She's very genuine.
Yes. And it's not
You
that
guys-
the other one's bad, but if you take the other one from the next two movies and compare her to the performance in this one, this is April O'Neil. I mean, Megan Fox hasn't even, well. it's
Yeah, but
Megan
you
Fox,
two
but
have
she
a
hasn't even-
lifelong prepubescent crush on this woman and in this role.
I will-
So
No,
I will
my first
I'll
crush
debate you
was
on
the
this.
Pink Ranger. That so
I'm not saying I
yeah.
disagree with you, but I'm just saying I think you guys probably have just like for me with Elizabeth Shue from The Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Right.
Just I fell in love with her then, and like just she's still like just somebody who's like I remember that crush.
Well, I'll tell you this. When I was younger, I actually didn't like this April. It took me, it took me when I was older to actually really appreciate what she brought to this role.
So the reason, I mean, I hate it when they do sequels and they recast a character. And one of the main reasons I hate that is Ninja Turtles 2. I was so mad it was a different April. So mad.
And now this origin story is the comic book accurate origin story, but I just don't, or not this part.
The turtle part is.
I mean, well, no, all this is the comic book accurate, but this isn't the part I thought it was. But the Splinter being a rat that mimics his master's movements from his cage.
Yeah, he's not a parrot.
That is a comic book accurate origin story. But to me, the cartoon had it best, where Splinter was a human and mutated into a rat. That just got rid of that middleman between him and Shredder. It was just him and Shredder were the intimate, duo.
Sad.
Not duo,
So,
but
the 2014 movie, they're all science experiments, right? So they're steadily being injected with stuff, and then eventually it takes its toll and they become this. If they took a piece of that and put this in the 90s movie, and that's why he mimicked the karate in the cage, because his intelligence was growing, it would make more sense than he's just a stupid rat sitting in a cage mimicking his master.
Yeah. I guess I was just prone to the cartoon.
Oh, I love the
origin
cartoon.
story.
I agree with you. I'm not. Yeah.
That's me. The size of the latest live action turtles always throws me off. Oh yeah, they look like roided out Shreks.
Yep. I thought their strength in the 2014 movie was kind of interesting. The fact that they're not human and they're these gigantic reptile things. Okay, makes sense they'd have that strength. But,
Yeah, they're freakishly large monsters in those movies.
But I like this better, way better.
I like the turtles being human sized. It just makes sense.
Yes.
I don't know.
They're pretty short in the cartoon, though, aren't they?
Yeah, they're shorter than April by like half a foot.
Yeah.
There's the money shot.
Donatello's just like he's raining on everyone below him on the ladder.
You know what to say about turtle penises, right?
I actually do not.
Well, they're like super freakishly long.
The things we're learning.
There was no ladder. They were using Donatello's rope.
let that ruin your childhood, Durbin.
Oh.
Yeah, this one is very comic book accurate. You weren't here, Shadow Vessel, but Steve Barron, who directed this movie, really paid no mind to the turtle cartoon. He based it all off the comic books.
Too bad they wanted it to be lighter. I want that other cut now.
I want that Barron cut. Release the Barron cut.
Yeah. I mean, we got Cody Leach on board for that, so it's got to happen.
As Cody Leach said up here, what do you say? Release the Mikey cut, bitches.
Well, this whole scene is almost very like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, where it's this weird, like she should be way more freaked out 24 hours later than she is. Right. She's got bluebirds and butterflies flying around her singing songs as the weirdos in the village are doing tricks and dances for her. It's basically the same story.
It's kind of funny that the second time they meet April is after Splinter is gone and they're in crisis.
Yeah. And
she's like, yeah, just spend the night at my house until you need to leave.
You guys need like heat rocks or something? I don't know how to help you.
The last time I watched this movie, when they were spending the night with April, all I could think is when her boss and her boss's son come in, they'd go, what the crap is that smell? I mean, they are turtles, which already smell bad, and these are turtles that live in a sewer.
Well, that raises a whole bunch of other questions.
They replaced the carpet with wood chips.
Oh, man.
Look at this. Raphael knows this is his fault.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because
the foot soldier the foot soldier followed him from the subway. This scream still haunts me in my nightmares.
Yeah, it is a nightmare scream. He's holding size. Are you sure that was Michelangelo?
I meant Raphael. Sorry.
Well, you said in the original cut that was originally.
Oh no! I was when he stood on the rooftop.
Oh, the rooftop. Got it. Okay, this got in my head because of how dramatic that was. So that's why I thought of this immediately when you were saying that.
Yeah, in my review, I said Leonardo is less like a leader, more like the mom of the group in this movie.
You were 100% right. Yes.
Or as
I love these
as four dudes hanging out together would call him the douchebag. Right. He wouldn't be the mom. No four dudes like on a college campus like he's the mom of the group.
I don't know. You didn't hang out with the same people I did.
All right, apparently. It's probably a good thing.
Durbin was the mom.
You were hanging out with moms.
Durbin was the mom of my crew.
Oh come on. I was not the mom. I was
actually you just proved it by going, oh, come on. What are we going to tell him now? You're sick and tired of hearing that.
I am sick and tired. Wait, no.
Come on.
No.
Were your hands on your hip, Durbin? Were your hands on your hip just then?
Maybe. You don't know that for
Aaron
sure.
Aaron White in the house. What's up, Aaron?
Aaron! Oh, give Aaron the time code.
People know the time code.
Oh, time code. We are 29 minutes, 19, 20, 21 seconds.
This is the moment where the boss and son should walk in and go, what is that overwhelming smell?
Mm-hmm. What? Is your sewage backed up? It smells like a fucking sewer in here.
You wouldn't need sewage. There'd probably just be little landmine piles all throughout the apartment.
So talk about the mom in the group. I had a pet turtle. And my mom said, let's build it an outdoor pen. She did that so it would run away because she hated how bad that stupid little thing smelled.
Yeah, I had a couple turtles as a kid, and they are stinky little sons of guns.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but those aren't sewer turtles.
No.
I don't know if that makes a difference, but you know.
Well, I think sewer turtles would take that already bad and amplify it. These are mutated sewer turtles.
Well, look at the state of her bathtub. It is filthy. I'm going to guess her apartment smelled like shit before the turtles came in. So,
maybe there's not that much of a dramatic difference. Okay.
There you go.
You fixed the problem for me.
Yeah, thank you. You really set that straight for us.
The things I think about watching a great movie like this when I'm grown up. It's so depressing.
As a father, he brags that he makes enough money to provide for both of them, as if like all he's expected to do is make enough for himself.
Right. Congratulations for meeting a fatherly expectation.
Right.
Well, wait, what happened to his wife?
They never explained that.
Huh. So it's like a Disney thing, just not there.
Sure. Or like the Snyder Cut thing, because Cyborg's mom was never really even mentioned in Justice League.
Right.
Steve, when I was watching your review and you were describing this particular introduction to this area, I was in such agreement with you. Beginning to end.
This is just kids doing bad things because that's what we need in this movie. Look, graffiti. Stick it to the man, everybody.
A mohawk. Oh, that says rebellion. Like
roulette.
Here comes my favorite line. Oh, yeah, maybe not yet. There it is. Got any cigarettes?
That is a young ass Sam Rockwell.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, good for you, Aaron White. He says, I'm trapped at work, but I can chat from movie memory. So he must know this movie as well as we do.
He's like timestamp and goes through his Rolodex. Okay, I know exactly where they're at. Shadow Vessel. I can't see the kid. Oh, can't see the kid with cigar in his mouth in a movie today. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. No, that'd be like illegal.
I remember those old hats that were like just skull caps and you'd flip the cap up.
Yeah.
Like a little tiny painter's cap almost. Those things were so thin and flimsy, but weird ass styles. Because this is still like 80s. This movie came out in 90, but
it was filmed in the 80s.
Yeah.
It's a total 80s movie. Yeah.
For sure.
But it has no real 80s tone. Very, very light, just like aesthetic.
I don't know. That
tone.
tank top looks pretty 80s.
Well, that's what I mean. Like aesthetic, like just stuff like that, but like the tone of the movie just does not fall into the 80s category.
I think a lot of the music is very 80s. Especially the theme. It's straight 80s.
Better than this guy.
See it right here. Like one Asian in the whole group, but when they all get turned into the foot, they all have that Japanese accent.
Steve, don't attribute 21st century problems to a 1990 movie.
I'm just saying.
It would be funny if there were like two of the foot soldiers and one said, "Put up your hands, man," and the other foot soldier nudged him really hard and he went, "I mean, put up your hands."
Now here it is. This is that best shot of Shredder right here.
So much. It's so epic. The music,
long shadow.
And again, like the Raphael and Splinter scene, this is all one shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like it had to be so precise because he had to, the way the light gleams off his helmet and everything, it's so perfect.
The way the wicker shimmers.
Yes.
In the candlelight. Now that is a very cool opening.
It really is.
Yeah, and Anya,
and they really captured like the suit does really.
Yeah, and Anya,
like you know who it is.
Anya and I were watching this, and she was telling me that he reminds me of Darth Vader, and I'm like, why? Because he has a mask and a deep voice, and then he has that line coming up in just a moment. I am your father.
Oh yeah.
As soon as that happened, I'm like, damn it. Okay, I have no room to argue with you anymore.
I love the music when the spikes are revealed. Like every time he gets the cape off his shoulder and the spikes on his shoulder are revealed, the sharpness in the music. It's so good.
Yeah, I wonder what the music sounded like with the guy who originally supposed to do it. The guy who was the Sex Pistols manager.
Could it be as different as Justice League 2 Snyder Cut?
I don't know. I wouldn't imagine so, because this is still a
Yeah.
pretty dark movie.
It is a pretty dark movie. It can't be that dramatic. Yeah.
There, that guy's Asian.
Of course. Maybe they're the only ones that actually progress. Maybe that's what it is. Everyone else is just stealing wallets.
The white kids get the suit, but they don't get the mesh over the eyes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's it.
So they don't get their eyes protected. You know what makes this Shredder even more scary? It's not just how he looks, how he sounds in that epic intro. He is preying upon kids who have a horrible family life. He is acting like he's giving them exactly what they've been searching for, and he's only using them for his own power.
Yeah, absolutely. That's essentially like the misguided youth in this movie almost resemble like probably how the Turtles feel, just outcasts. And it just shows the difference in leadership. These guys have the Shredder who's leading them down this path of, stealing and all this crap. And then you have Splinter who raised them with, morals and integrity.
You have Aaron White posting, "This is your family. I am your father."
I am your father, yes.
Keeping in mind, he's not even watching this with us. He's going with the time code in his head, and he's right there.
Aaron is on point. Aaron, what do you do? Like, what job do you have that you're able to join in on the chat? Or are you just randomly joining in? I wonder if he can even hear us.
How does that work? Mikey A. Turtle has a crush on a person. Like, that's interesting that he as a turtle has attraction to a female human. I would think only other turtles would be attracted to him.
But he's never seen a female turtle, and if he has, he would split them wide open. It's like the wedding night is essentially the funeral at the same time. So,
just bestiality. It goes the other way too, I guess.
All right, yeah,
it's humanality. I don't know.
Way to normalize bestiality in one sentence, Steve. Only you have that talent.
Oh, Aaron White. Oh, he's on break at Taco Bell. That's how he's doing it. Well, I appreciate you spending your time with us, Aaron. Thank you, buddy.
So April's favorite turtle is Raphael. And that's funny because Raphael has always been my favorite turtle. Always.
Yeah.
So Donatello, is that
Corey Feldman?
Yeah, Corey Feldman. So pretty much the only real name attached to a voice on this movie.
Yep. Well, the guy who plays Michelangelo in the suit, the pizza delivery guy that we saw earlier, he actually went on Star Trek: The Next Generation. He played a major character in that show. I can't remember his name. The guy with the big ear head thing. I'd never watched that one, but
really?
Yeah.
So the Ferengi with the big ears and the big head.
Yeah.
Interesting. And he's on Deep Space Nine.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, he's the bartender or something.
Oh, okay.
That's cool though. That's trivia I did not have before.
Yeah, poor Corey Feldman. That guy, he's been hushed by the elite of Hollywood. Tried to come out and expose everyone for their...
Yeah, but he also tried to come out and expose everyone as a weird... somewhat, he's like a mix between a pop star and an evangelist dressed in Michael Jackson's old used clothing.
Oh yeah, there's definitely
people don't take your message that seriously when you do that.
Yeah, there's definitely some deep-seated psychological issues going on there.
And I mean, good for him for trying to at least say something, but he's definitely there's something weird going on with all that Michael Jackson stuff.
Yeah,
he cannot let go of it. He'd have much more luck if he went down like the Kirk Cameron path, who embraced his Christianity, but he didn't dress like Michael Jackson.
Right. He stepped away from the 80s and 90s. Yeah. Aaron White. I love when Mikey sees April on the couch. Says, "Can we keep her?"
Yes, that is a great line. I also
Yeah.
love when he says "Ninja kick the rabbit." That's also great.
Ninja kick the damn rabbit. Do something. Yeah, Shadow Vessel. I think that's who it is. Quark. I never watched
Quark. Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
I never watched those. I just saw that when I was.
I love Next Generation. I only got halfway through Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, I never got into like when it comes to like Star Trek and all that stuff. I just watch the original series. That's the stuff I love.
I grew up on the movies, the Shatner, Nimoy movies.
Oh yeah, the collection I have here. Yeah, that's what I mean by the original. That's what I mean by the original series.
I love
like
that
movie series.
Oh
yeah, another illustration of Raphael thinking he can take on the world on his own. And this whole fight scene for the next 5 minutes is just spectacular.
Well, it's what I mean by the fact that, like you said, they can only see through slits underneath their mask. And here's Raphael up here on this roof, and he's jumping, flipping, flopping, kicking the crap out of these people, doing better choreography than the humans, and it's awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing how they pulled this off.
Though if I was one of those extras, I would really try to be careful of where he's kicking, because he's not going to be able to see, and he will knock you out.
Right.
They all signed waivers. Oh. Nothing. I was going to make a comment. It's probably inappropriate. And now it's too late.
Okay.
Oh, man. I love this well-timed line where she talks about how precious everything in here is to her, and then Raphael falls through the roof. Or wait, that's later. I don't know.
See, this is what I'm talking about with the music, how everything correlates with what's going on. Yeah, that was the Tom and Jerry element. Yeah, Corey Feldman will always be the voice of Donatello.
I agree with that.
Oh, foam shell. I love how ninjas are just so quiet and inconspicuous as they sneak into April's apartment.
I love how they all wait for this nunchuck competition.
Well, this was actually a longer scene that got cut down because of the use of nunchucks.
What?
Yep.
So what more was being done? Just them showing off, or did they actually blood themselves?
Yeah, like apparently they used their weapons quite a bit, and all that stuff was edited out. So # release the Mikey cut, bitches.
Oh my
as Cody Leach would say.
I mean, I know that's what they did with Turtles too. Like they freaked out about the weapon use and made sure that they never ever used their weapons, and that made me really angry.
Because this one was too dark. This one, they used it too much. I mean, Shredder does get cut by Leonardo's sword, which is the only time we see Leonardo cut anybody in any of them, any cartoon, any movie. It's the only time we see him use his sword.
I guess we're lucky they let Donatello use his bow because, I guess it's not sharp, so he can go ahead and do that.
Right. Well, I mean, think about in Ninja Turtles 2, when they're stuck in that net and they can't escape. Use your fucking swords. Cut the net open. What are you thinking, man? The mom of the group just gave him a nice little bitch slap.
But you know why that's there? It's to emphasize, don't knock them all out. Don't freak out the kids that the turtles are going to kill the bad guys.
Right.
I mean, look, that's a sword and it's sharp and he's swinging it at that dude's head.
Wheel of Fortune, dude.
This fight is more realistic than the final fight in Hook, though.
Was that the mouth scene? I don't know what you mean, Shadow Vessel. The mouth scene, I don't.
The scene where you can see the dude's face in Donatello's mouth. That's at the farmhouse.
I think so.
At least that's what you. Well, I thought that's what you said. We'll see.
That's what I think. Yeah, because if I remember, April's standing next to him when that happens. See, I love that little nuance, that licking his fingers and slicking his head. Yeah, I love that shit.
Well, like, They did all these performances so separate. You have actors in costumes performing on set and doing all the hand motions, and then you got other actors in a studio, and they have to figure out how to match this, and it's awesome.
I know which came first. The turtle or the egg.
Yeah.
Did the actors record the dialogue first?
I would think the dialogue was there first.
Yeah, that's what I would imagine.
But I mean, look at shows like Drunk History. I mean, have you ever watched that?
No.
It's genius, dude. It's basically this one person. Sometimes they're just random actors or comedians or people you may not know as well, and they get drunk and have to tell a story out of history, and then they get real big actors to lip sync over the drunk person's talking. It's amazing.
I had to check it out.
Yeah.
I've known about it, but I've never watched it.
I've turned on my 18-year-old son, my 70-year-old mother. I mean, to that show. It's just funny, whoever you are.
Here comes one of my favorite moments. I love it.
Casey Jones is a straight psychopath in this film, and I love it too.
I do too. I love Casey Jones. And I love the music change here. Like, it was kind of funny and silly. And then Casey Jones comes in, and all of a sudden the turtles are sweating. They have angry faces. There's a fire, and the music is intense. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I also love how Casey Jones can hear that phone message over all this other noise.
Well, yeah, that is a little suspension of disbelief. But at the same time, like, what's happening here is what's happening to April's life is what has already happened to the turtles. They lost Splinter. Now she's losing, in a sense, her father here. I think that's a very mirrored concept.
I never thought of it that way, but that is 100% correct.
Who is her father in this scenario?
He never showed up, but the antique store was his thing, and she only keeps it open part-time and loses money on it because it reminds her of her father.
I see what you mean.
But now it's burning up. Aaron White, take it easy, man. Enjoy working. Shadow Vessel says he's got first three seasons of Drunk History on DVD.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, it was when she said I only keep it open part-time. That's when I was going to make an inappropriate comment.
Oh.
Well, she's a busy woman, so.
There's the turtle van.
Yep.
Sports decked out as a turtle. I will say, in the sequel to the 2014 movie, when that turtle van shot out sewer lids, that was probably the best part of that whole movie.
The sequel to the reboot, to me, besides Steve Amell playing Casey Jones, is my next favorite Turtles movie, because it's so much the cartoon that I love.
Yeah, with the Technodrome and all that stuff.
Yeah, Technodrome, Krang. Yeah,
it's funny because as a movie, I thought it was kind of dumb, but the nostalgia was so strong that I really liked it.
I enjoy that one. The first one I don't like because it's copy and paste Amazing Spider-Man, to the T.
It is. I can't even argue with you on that one.
I'm just going to throw some disbelief out really quick. Splinter's got spaghetti arms, and those giant shackles wouldn't do shit. He should have snuck out 4,000 times already.
Yeah,
and I'm going to go ahead and suspend that disbelief
right.
so that I can go
look at the
movie.
arm in the shackle.
You're
it's
so right. Well, like you guys said, he's so old, it looks like he's going to die. So maybe just the idea of sliding his arms out is just too much for him because he's old.
Yeah, it's possible.
That the radiation of the ooze is really really got to him bad.
It took its toll.
now the cancer part is setting in. He had the superpower part. Now the cancer. Oh man.
Well, he was already 97 in rat years when the radioactive stuff happened. So
they never say the animal years thing changes. So dogs still age 7 years for every human one. If it got mutated, extended. They're still getting old fast.
It's funny. I actually asked Alexa today how long a rat lives because I wanted to know.
Oh, wow.
If maybe they were trying to depict like he was on the end of his rat year's life, but rats only exist for like 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's good for the world.
So he's like 2.5. Yeah. Honestly, in New York, he's not big for a rat.
I've seen bigger.
Yeah.
I've been to New York twice. I feel very fortunate to have never seen a rat.
I've been there once, and I did not see a rat. I did see what I think was a dead man in a ditch with people picking him up and sticking him in the backseat of a car as I walked by feet away on the sidewalk.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I had a good time there then. Wow.
I was not far from like Times Square. I was just in a darkened, not an alley, just a street. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the dude was dead. The way his body was laying and twisted did not make sense. Well, and he wasn't moving.
My friend and I went to New York, and we were at the Daily Show, the Today Show, standing outside waving at the windows.
Yep, I did that.
Away, there was this unmarked white van, and this guy said, "I'll take you to the Maury Show." So we just got in, and nobody else got in, and they took off driving with us in it to the Maury Show, though. So it was good. It was legit.
Wow, you got lucky.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah,
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that, Durbin, ever. You were like the depiction of like the nice guy that would get taken advantage of in that situation. Like you would be on the news, like Durbin, Christopher Durbin, leads the youth at his local church, and he was duped in New York City.
He was abducted by a van that said, "I will rape you," painted on the side. More details to come.
Well, I was the guy who went with his youth group to Kings Island, and one of my friends in the youth group, got hurt, so he was walking very slowly out, so I was walking very slowly with him, and the rest of the youth group abandoned us, and we got lost in the parking lot and couldn't find where anybody was for hours.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And then you ate your friend in Scooby 7.
Well, I try not to talk about that horrific time, but yes, I was, it took forever, and
he didn't wait till he's starving. He's just a little hungry.
Right. He was, I'm a bit peckish. Looks like that leg is worthless.
And all of a sudden I'm British.
Right. Might as well make use of it.
I wish I could do accents. I'd do a British accent and then, yeah.
Yeah, it's okay to be cannibal if you're doing it in a British accent.
It just seems seems funnier.
You mind if I have a spot of your thigh?
Things just seem funnier when you do it in a British accent.
Right. Well, that and then the New Zealand accent is just so disarming. So it's nice.
Oh yeah, love New Zealand. Fly to the Concords.
I love Fly to the
Mary,
Concords.
present, Jermaine.
Of course, I only got through one season of that.
There's only two.
Yeah, and I didn't like the second season.
Gotcha.
I never watched Fly to the Concords. Where I fell in love with Fly to the Concords was their very first HBO special where they played music and did like.
I saw that
comedy,
live show at the Palace Theater in Columbus. It was amazing.
Oh yeah, and I actually bought tickets when they came into Columbus myself years after their original HBO special. But
gotcha. Maybe it might have been the same one then.
Okay, yeah, this was like 2010. Somewhere around there.
California at that time, so that wasn't going to happen for me. Oh, this is the one point, Steve, where you see Donatello being the inventor because he's not working on the car that the guy's working on, but he's part of it.
Does Casey Jones know that he's working on a car that doesn't have an engine in it?
Apparently not.
That is the most hollow looking hood area I've ever seen.
He's like, I can't quite figure out what's wrong here.
Yeah. I think you got like 7 cams or something. There's a lug nut wrench missing.
Shadow Vessel says April's got puffy nips. Yeah, she does. As a matter of fact, I'm sure if you she's done some nudity. You can Google that and see those puffy nips and all their perfect puffiness.
How would they know this? Is there like she had been in something else?
There's that's what I just said. She's been in other movies where she does go topless, but there is a scene here where she's braless, and yeah, you can see the puffy nips through it.
Is that healthy to take a person in a coma and lay them sideways in a bathtub?
Thank you for deviating from the puffy nips conversation into a bathtub coma situation.
Actually, yeah, Dermot, because if somebody, I guess you have more experience in that area, but like, I would imagine like, I'm thinking like drug overdose. You put somebody on their side so they don't choke on their own vomit. So I guess a coma is a little different than that.
It's the same thing with babies. Like you have to put those little foam triangles on either side of them and lay them on their side. You can't let newborn babies lay on their back
Oh,
Interesting.
because they'll go bonum on themselves.
Whew, you lucked out there, son.
Yeah. Oh
Well,
yeah.
I don't think you could lay any turtle on the back.
Steve's like, hey, he just laid on his back all the time.
He'd go on his side and just push him back
Yeah,
over.
sometime he'd throw up. I'd get a spoon, scoop it out, and he'd be fine. Cough a couple times. Oh boy.
See, this relationship is so toxic. Like, in my review, I stated that, like, I love that they didn't go for the love at first sight or even hint that they had a relationship after this. It just seems like something that would be fun, hot, heavy, and then they would break up in a very terrible manner.
Well, does
Which
Casey
they
know
do.
that he's cuckolding Raphael? Is what I want to know. Is he aware of that?
Now, this was an accident here.
Was it really?
Yeah, the
Hammerhead falling off. Oh, what happened?
no, you'll see.
Oh,
You gotta love bloopers.
Oh,
like
this
that
breaks.
actually
Oh.
work out.
Yeah, I read somewhere that, like, he was saying if it was an accident, if it was planned, I wouldn't have been biting on the apple as it went down.
That's interesting. I love that kind of stuff.
All right, calm down, Mom.
yeah, that is a little whiny.
I never liked Leonardo, not in the cartoons.
No,
and
no,
not in the
Leonardo's always been my least favorite
yeah.
Ninja Turtle. I think his best development was in the CGI movie that came out, the full CGI,
Yeah, yeah.
not the live action one.
Even
I
though
think
they
that
don't
was
explain why he left for all the years that he left hiding in South America. And
Yeah, they
what
did.
made him, no, well, they said he went away for training, but they never talked about whatever made him stay and not return. Like, he stayed longer than he needed to and abandoned his brothers. And I feel like
Yeah.
they did not touch on, but you're right. Even though they don't touch on that, he had better development in that movie than anything else I've ever seen.
Oh, I thought they explained that he had a cocaine habit. He was strung up for like 8 years. Like,
living in the trees,
Right.
man. Yeah, see, that's Michelangelo. You can see the nunchucks,
Yep.
but they put
Oh, I
Raphael's voice
see
on it.
oh wow.
Okay, so hold on. I got to go back now and ask in this, let's make this brighter cut. Why couldn't that have been Michelangelo? The whole point of that narration is they're all struggling with the fact.
Yeah, but
that they
Mike,
don't know
none
if
of them
their
have a
dad's dead or alive.
storyline though.
Well, Raphael is the most developed character in this movie, or most developed turtle in this movie. And the original cut, Steve Barron's original cut of this movie, Michelangelo had a darker story tone where he wasn't just the fun, lovable guy. And I guess since they took all that out, Michelangelo to be to that point when you don't ever really see him, like showing his grief,
Right.
for Splinter.
And they've already established Raphael as like this really dark member of the group.
I
Right,
guess that
they-
makes sense, but
yeah.
there's that part of me that just says that the whole point of that narration is they were all going through it. But yeah, Raphael definitely has the more developed storyline with his connection to Splinter and everything.
Yeah.
Well, and just also the fact that he's been in every single battle sequence, many of them solo, so he's way more personally attached to the situation than the rest of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love your dedication, by the way, to wearing this mask during the whole thing.
Yeah, screw it. I was going to take it off after like 5 minutes because it was getting warm, and I've adapted.
Oh, here you go. Here's some puffy nibbles.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah, just keep watching.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Geez, go on in, Casey Jones. By the way, she only keeps it open part-time. Callback.
See, your joke paid off in the end.
There we go.
It worked out for you.
Puffy nipples? Oh, snaky. Apparently he saw the puffy nipples and he needs a little turtle wax to take into the bathroom.
He's gonna do a little turtle wax off.
You've been running the sink for 12 minutes.
So
So they're Buddhist.
apparently this entire sequence of like them going to the farmhouse and everything was taken straight from the comic books. Also, it was an actual storyline in the comic books that they had to escape to like upstate New York or whatever. Did you guys ever see National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon?
Oh yeah,
No.
Where he comes out of the sewer like in this movie, like he's going.
No, I don't remember.
Oh yeah. Emilio Estevez is like he comes out of the sewer and he pops up in this scene in this movie.
I probably haven't seen it since it came out.
That's a great fucking movie.
Was that like 86 or something? Or no, that would have been like 95 or something.
Yeah, it was like 92 or 3, I think.
He is a mom. I was not like that in our group, Steve. I was not like that.
I know. I just had to bust your balls a little bit.
Put down your marshmallows. Everybody get a warm rag and let's take care of your undercarriage. We're turtles and we get stinkier in certain areas. Look, I don't know why I had to finish I sounded like the Klimt, the Mike Myers.
Very Klimt.
Yes.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Yes.
Pamela Anderson's breast, true or false? Discuss.
Am I the only one in our group here talking that if this actually happened, I would have got up and ran?
Well, yeah, but you're also not a teenage mutant ninja turtle.
And they're obviously
you've seen weirder things.
I guess that's true.
This is similar to a scene from The Doors where they took peyote. They just didn't put that in the movie, but they are tripping balls right now. That's why the fire is blue.
Do y'all see Splinter Man?
If they didn't see this, they'd be like, man, we got ripped off.
Yeah.
Casey said this was good shit.
He would be the one to sell it to him, right?
But no, that does have a very kind of Star Wars vibe to it as far as like the blue glowing.
Well, I told you before,
master.
like Anya had this whole like Star Wars thing. She's like, no, all the Foot Clan are stormtroopers. And yeah, she went down that rabbit hole that this
but
movie.
you could tie 50 other movies like that together. Right. If it's all about good versus evil.
But,
that's the main story that's been the biggest story to tell ever since.
Specifically the I am your father.
Right.
And then the blue hologram looking thing. Yeah.
Right. The fact that Shredder's, cuts off his kid's hand at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. No, that didn't happen. No. It looks like someone fixed the swing.
Yeah.
But she really liked that, how he handled her in that kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
I remember being a kid and this farmhouse scene felt like it was forever. And then as a grown-up, it goes by so fast. I sit here and wonder, how long were they actually here?
Well, imagine how, if they really wanted to get that window where they had the sun coming in from the back as it's setting through the trees, but above the building, like they had a very small window to get these takes, or they had to do it multiple nights in a row at the same time.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Gosh, yeah. Yeah, when you have to film a movie and you're racing the sun, that's hard.
I think they were only, I think they even say, the turtles were only gone for a few days. Dude, Casey Jones' line coming up about claustrophobia is so... number one, it's like so Casey Jones, such an alpha male way to react to things. But number two, it's just, it fits perfectly.
See, now, Durbin, this would be when April should be saying it smells like shit.
Yeah.
Well, that's what her apartment smells like to begin with, remember?
Apparently, yeah.
I don't think it's this bad.
The BO of turtles, a rat, and sewer.
Don't shoot.
All right. Now, for those of you who are looking for symbolism, Danny is coming out of the closet right now. Just letting you know that's what's literally happening. So if you want to read into that, it's up to you.
I'm surprised they don't even ask him, like, what are you doing down here? Like, how did you know to come here?
Yeah, that's true.
Like they don't know his connection with the Foot, and they don't question him being down there at all.
Well, let's just be honest. Their fortress is a pile of shit. I mean, it's but nobody takes any of their stuff.
I love that. They call it. He says you're claustrophobic. I've never even looked at another guy before.
Oh God. Oh God. What's he carrying?
I was just wondering that.
Just like a stick, like a flat. It looks like a nameplate from someone's desk.
It does.
It's just like a flat rectangular plate.
I wonder if it's like one of those Japanese fan things they open up. And
oh, maybe.
That's what it kind of looked like to me. The smell is so overwhelming. Their senses have gone into shock. Shadow Vessel.
Oh, man. Every time the Turtles talk about pizza, I get hungry.
We ate pizza right before we started.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm jealous.
We polished off an entire pizza, just the two of us.
Yep. Well, to be fair, it was a 10
There's
inch.
a Domino's by my house, too.
I almost
It was a 10 inch, but what about the pizza, Steve?
Oh, well, that was a 12 inch.
Oh.
Here, ladies, here's what 12 inches is supposed to look like.
Right.
You know, it's Providence that he's out there sleeping in the car right now, right?
Yeah.
That he's able to figure out where the Foot Clan live because of this.
I know. It's almost like they wrote it that way.
Steve, you have ticked me off. They have not asked about Danny's connection to anything, how he's going to be there, and they could have prevented this whole freaking situation.
I actually had that in my review, but I edited it out.
Well, leave it in next time.
Yeah, next time I release that review.
Yeah, next time you want to ruin somebody's childhood with some logic that you should not be asked of a classic film.
Yeah, no one they don't know he has any connection with the Foot until the very end, and even then it's just kind of glossed over. He's the one that gave them up. He's the one that told Shredder
ruined so much for me
where they were. Moment. Yeah,
so irritating.
You watch this.
Where are their ninja sensibilities? I mean, shouldn't they be sleeping on alert?
I don't know. This little son of a bitch is going to go run back to the Foot Clan.
I think the peyote is still wearing off.
Yeah, they're crashing, man.
They have come down hard.
They ate that penicillin pizza and they're just fucking out.
Okay, I now totally see him in The Prophecy. And I just watched that movie not too long ago, and I didn't even make that connection. And now I can't unsee it. I see it now, totally. That movie is hysterical with Christopher Walken as an angel.
Wow, man. I'm an angel. I'm not a demon. It's true.
See, you think you're being funny, but you're being truthful to what he was actually like in that role.
Oh, I know. I've seen it.
Casey Jones, oh my God, there's kids playing video games down here.
It's so awful. Well, actually, he would be that generation, right? Because, that's when that generation was young, and they get mad at all of us youngins for playing video games instead of working.
Fucking boomer. Casey
Little
Jones.
did they know we'd grow up and make money off video games, either on YouTube or being video game testers.
Yeah. Casey Jones is like, what are you guys doing with your life? You should be out in the streets kicking ass like a vigilante like me.
Splinter, just to be very blunt, looks like garbage. He looks like shit.
Yeah, he looks terrible.
Yeah, he's got lesions on his balls. I don't even know how I know that. That's how bad he looks. I know how bad his balls are.
Okay, this is the origin story. Yeah.
This I agree with you wholeheartedly, Steve. In my mind, I just pretend it's something else because
he's not even a mutant here. He's just a normal rat doing this shit.
So how and then like you said in your review, Steve, you said it best. Is he really sitting here thinking about getting vengeance against this rat for scratching his face all this time?
Yeah.
Like he brings up his ear and he's like, "I'll finish what I started with your ear," as if it's some great rivalry. It's like it's a freaking rat.
No, the Splinter should have been Yoshi or Orako Yoshi. What do they call him? I can't remember his name. Yeah, that's
Samsung.
Oh, that's it.
Samsung Takashito.
Yeah, that would have made more sense.
Hey, Splinter got free somehow.
You notice he's not wearing chains anymore.
That's
as
what
he
it
has
said.
black
That's what I
hat.
said.
Oh, God.
I was like, Splinter just got free somehow.
Okay, I was like
I
deep
told you
into
could
whatever was
slip out
going on.
any time. I think he's a glutton for punishment. He probably actually hired Shredder's group on Craigslist for a dominatrix treatment, and he's going to be really pissed when the turtles show up. I spent 50 yen on this.
I'm sorry, Rat is dead here. He does not survive and have a scratched ear. His head is gone. That's how that works. I cannot suspend.
Oh, he's back in the
disbelief that.
chains. He's back in the
No, his
chains.
name wasn't Samsung. It was Samsonite.
Samsonite was
Shadow Vessel just posted that.
classic. I was just thinking that the other day.
I used that bit in my my reviews. A couple of reviews ago, I used that bit. I can't remember what for though.
I don't remember why, but yeah, it was just Thursday. I was loading equipment for my gig, and for some reason I had Swampy, Slappy, Samsonite. I was way off.
Oh, it was for my review for the Snyder Cut because General Swanson, is that his name?
Oh,
General
yeah,
Swanson.
yeah.
I was like General Swanky, and then I played the Dumb and Dumber clip.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you don't symbolically drop that here. You know, Shredder's claws here act like a metal detector that find the picture of Leonardo. Have you noticed that?
Do you have any idea how much those cost? Yeah. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, Shredder just squeezed his butt. Oh, hello.
Oh, I get it. He's paying attention to his.
Me
reaction.
like your little teenage Heine.
I don't even know what accent that was.
I don't know what it was either.
It was like that was weird Japanese /
Oh, I don't know what it was.
50s style, like Charlotte Webb actor. I don't know.
Good morning, Charlotte.
I almost just spit out my drink. Good morning, Charlotte.
Yeah. Paul Lind.
That was the basis for the voice of Roger, the alien on American Dad.
Oh, I believe it.
I wish I
Oh,
liked
it's a little
American
forward,
Dad.
kid. What's that?
I said I wish I liked American Dad.
Yeah, I've never watched it.
I like it better than Family Guy.
Family Guy was good for a while for me.
They got
and then
formulaic.
Yeah,
yes,
very
and it was
formulaic.
just like,
But that's
whatever.
what I always felt like. I never really watched American Dad just because I felt like it was going to be basically the same guy trying to do the same thing a little differently.
It had a difference in it. Like
Okay.
I switched to American Dad after Family Guy became
No, you think
formulaic, like you
Turtles
said.
just heard these guys running down the hallways.
No, they were
How were
actually
the
being
Turtles
ninjas. They were being ninjas this time.
Well, I'm going to
But
say
how
one
are they
thing.
prepared? Nobody warned them.
Well, Turtles and Shredder both have the shittiest fortresses. I mean, Casey Jones just walked in, walked around. No one stopped him. I mean, everyone's showing up at the Turtles' house.
But it makes sense that the Turtles don't, have guards. You would think
Right.
Shredder would have trained ninjas standing guard, ready to slice off anybody's
Well-
head that doesn't
well-
have their card ready.
They were all out
They're
here.
covered.
They were all headed to the sewer, so they kind of like passed by and like gave each other a high five as they.
Casey doesn't want to touch Splinter because they can clearly see that he has HIV at this point.
Yeah.
He's really he's been way too
Wait,
long.
right here. Splinter just doesn't say anything. He just grunts. Like, look at him, dude. He is anything like this
And
wrong
yet he's-
movement. He is out.
Someone give
Yeah,
that
he's
man a
ready for the
slice of
final
pizza.
battle. Oh, here we go.
See, I love how April O'Neil is involving herself now. Like, she went from like this damsel in distress, at the beginning of the movie, and then she tries to fight back in the subway and fails, but now she's an active member, like an active
Yeah.
Right.
person,
I mean,
like
it-
fighting back. I love
It's
that.
very coming of age. By the end of the movie, I'm pretty sure she opens it full time. Call back.
I love Casey Jones so much. How much do you think Primatine paid for that?
Ooh.
Right. Yeah, Domino's paid 1 million. The Prime team paid the other million.
Gosh, I want to eat pizza and watch Dumb and Dumber now. That's what you guys have done to me with this.
Fuck yeah! You want to continue this movie party? Let's do it. I love Dumb and Dumber.
A lot.
I love Dumb and Dumber. It's one of my.
Oh yeah.
Like I haven't released it yet, but like my top 100 favorite 90s movies, and Dumb and Dumber made it in the top 10.
Nice. As it should.
That
Yeah.
should.
I always wanted to own the orange tuxedo.
This actually is my number one.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Sam Rockwell making a second appearance.
He's actually been in it quite a few times already, like 4 or 5 times. Man, all those ninjas in training and a master ninja standing right there, and no one noticed he was going for the golf club.
I don't know why all the other ninjas.
Did you just say the golf club?
I said club.
Okay.
Yeah.
And no one knew he was going for the club.
Yeah, I really appreciate you honing in on that. Thank you. Pizza marathon. Hell yeah. I'm down. Let's do it.
You already made a second one that we haven't eaten yet.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm used to my son being here. Like,
right.
I'll put down a whole pizza, and so will he.
Yeah.
Why aren't they getting him? I don't get that.
Kid and player in this movie.
He took out the head guy. They're like,
but if they all come at him at once and don't wait in line.
It's prison rules, Durbin. You take out the biggest guy, and now everyone else is your bitch.
Yeah.
They're making toilet wine in the back. I love that part. Like, I just love how he doesn't try to turn them. He doesn't try to change their mind. He's just like, you guys are fucking dumb. I'm out of here.
Right.
Yep.
I'm gonna go
Idiots.
get me a putter and go find somebody to beat.
I'm gonna go see if April opens up full time now, huh?
Yeah. I love how Casey, like, all he is like, and you guys know the cartoons and the comics and stuff better than me. Is he only use sporting goods?
He typically only uses like in the cartoons, just
because we've seen hockey stick, baseball bat, cricket, now golf club.
Well, in this movie, they use multiple sporting goods, but I think in the cartoon, he actually just used hockey stuff.
Okay,
Yeah,
but he never used an
from
actual weapon.
No.
Okay.
Think all
like
those cigarettes are
Batman and
free?
that.
Well, they
Doesn't use
stole
a
them,
gun.
Shadow Vessel. They stole the cigarettes.
He's the Batman of the sporting good industry.
Yes, the Batman of the sporting good.
Exactly. Let me reach in here. What am I going to pull
I'm
out?
pretty sure there's going to be a robbery tonight. Let's go to Dick's.
Somebody's running down the way, just fucking chucks a football at him, knocks him out. Shadow Vessel. I've got 2 half-eaten pizzas on standby.
I'm telling you.
Wait, isn't that just like one whole pizza?
Yeah, pretty much.
Look.
The sound, this music is so reminiscent of the Weird Science soundtrack, which I know is Danny Elfman from Oingo Boingo, but
I've only seen Weird Science once, so I.
Oh my God,
cannot
one of my
place
favorite
that right
movies.
now.
I've seen that movie at least 50 times. But you guys were really
I get
young
it, the
when
jailhouse
you
joke.
might
I
not
get
have
it
even
now.
been born when that came out.
No, I remember that movie.
Yeah, but when it came out. When were you born?
When did it come out?
83.
83.
Oh, yeah, that's the year I was born. Yeah.
Yeah, it probably came out in like 84, 85. So,
Wait, you were born in 83 too?
I'm an 83er. Yes.
Okay, then how the hell were you 6 years old when you saw this movie? Because this movie came out in 90. Explain that one.
Because I was in kindergarten and I got held back a year in preschool because I failed my first year of preschool. So
How do
but
you
it's
fail
still
preschool?
math.
I don't know, but I did
How do you
it.
fail preschool?
I
It's
did
not
it.
even
I
school.
managed it. That's why you were 1 year ahead of me in school because I failed preschool.
I failed birth. They had to stick me back in my mother for another month.
I
about being held
want to
back.
talk to your mom. I want to know the story behind that. I want to know, like, were you a violent kid? Were you hitting the other kids or something?
What I remember is first year preschool, my mom would drop me off and I'd go in the corner and cry because I kept wondering, is she going to make it back? Or was I stuck here forever? And so I think they thought I wasn't socially developed. So they held me back.
You had some Freudian issues. Got you.
Right.
I did that for a while, but I eventually got over it and just moved on to eating crayons.
Well, that was my second year of preschool. I
Right,
finally,
okay.
I finally developed, ate the crayons. Life was good.
Yeah, I finally got over it and moved into my own apartment.
When you were 7?
No, I was in my 20s
I got over
when
preschool and said, "Bitch, I'm getting my own apartment. You done dropped me off one too many times."
Then I crawled into my clubhouse made out of sofa cushions. Yes.
Right.
Yeah, I guess I should have been 7 as I'm doing the math in my head.
Yeah, you failing a year doesn't change
I
the
was in
math.
kindergarten. That's why I always said 6. I don't know. Now I'm seeing
'cause
why I should have failed
was
lots of grades.
I was 8 years old. Now, granted, this came out during the summer between second and third grade.
Okay, maybe that's
Oh,
why
no.
I'm confused.
This came out, yeah, the summer between second and third grade for me, which
Okay.
would have been first grade for you.
Okay, that makes sense then, because then I saw.
What did I miss? Why did they just say that he knows where Splinter is? Didn't they just capture Splinter?
Well,
Didn't
the
they just-
turtles don't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the turtles don't know that. Because
Should-
Casey Jones went on his own little vigilante
Now,
following
I
the
love
kid.
Shouldn't Casey yell something here?
They're down. He doesn't.
Oh, okay.
And one thing I never really noticed is that until recently is that they had no idea who the Shredder was until this moment. Like he was not an entity that existed
Right.
in their head.
Yeah. See, I love the intensity of the scene, but to kind of burst the bubble here, why are they fighting one at a time? You want your dad back, beat
because
the
they're
tar out of the Shredder
inexperienced.
together.
They're inexperienced. They're not seasoned. They're scared. That this is how they know how to do things. And like that's what this was on my what I like list because it shows just how not ready the turtles are for this.
That's a good argument.
And they didn't go for the easy, like, oh yeah, the turtles came together and beat them in the end. No, the turtles technically lost their battle against Shredder. But
That's a very good point.
But Splinter came and saved the day.
I beg to differ. They've actually been training the entire movie for a tag team on puffy nipples. So this is just part of their training.
Oh boy.
How is that the worst thing I've said tonight? But it is a tag team maneuver is what I'm saying.
With Casey Jones.
If they all went in at once, they'd be hitting each other.
See, like this hones in even more, like just how inexperienced and ignorant the turtles are. And they get rid of their weapons.
Well, you didn't have to throw them that far.
Yeah, I know. I've always thought that.
You hear somebody down in the streets.
Ah!
In my eye.
We're gonna have to recast Casey next movie.
Roll credits. Oh.
Oh, real good sucking these balls.
See, look at the rat I've been thinking about for 20 years. Yeah, in no way possible will me running at you in full trajectory on the edge of a building turn into a bad situation.
Right.
No, it's all good.
Now, are those Splinter's personal nunchucks, or did he catch Mikey's after?
I think
well, that one of them
they
got
look
hooked over the top of the ladder.
Yeah, they
Right.
specifically showed that.
I love this part.
Yeah, the part where psychopath Casey Jones deliberately murders.
And then finally, Splinter finishes his sentence.
Look at this guy. Fuck you. You're done. Trash compacted.
See, when I was a kid, I thought all that rust there was blood.
Also, Shadow Vessel is about the same age as you are.
Me?
Yeah, he said he was in high school when it came out.
Yeah, I'm 75, born in 75.
oh,
I thought you were saying you were 75 as some kind of joke.
I was born back in the Civil War era.
This area used to be all orange groves.
Back in my day, we used to play with real turtles. And ninja was just a nice way to speak about a colored person at the supermarket.
Oh boy, here you go.
No, I know.
What true? They never had to use more than one of them to take somebody out before. I heard you're open full time, right?
She's like, well, it's a start.
Well, $20. Hell yeah, I am.
It's weird to see what $20 bills look like in the 90s, even though like we were all there in the 90s when, you know, that was normal.
Danny's dad was so worried. He assumed he was dead. He actually stopped making a second living's worth of money.
In my review, I stated that like this would have been a good opportunity for like for Pennington to actually trust April O'Neil's research and all the stuff that she's talking about the Foot Clan when Danny went missing.
That was a good point. And that would have been a great storyline. I bet that's in the director's cut.
Yeah, the Barron cut.
Yeah.
Yep. Hashtag release the Barron cut, bitches. That's what we're going to call it. All we had was a stick and a hoop.
Yeah.
Shadow Vessel 76.
That's from Parks and Rec, right?
He might be doing Dana Carvey's grumpy old man from Saturday Night Live. Back in my day, we didn't play games. We stared at the sun until our eyes burst into flames in the socket, and we loved it, by gummit. That's like...
Oh, yeah, like, what was his other bit? Like, we didn't have condoms. We had to take rabbit skin and wrap it with a bungee cord.
Yeah, he would be on the news segment and do a different bit.
I'm a grumpy old man. I remember that.
We liked it, by gummit. We loved it. It's like how she's bending over, like as he walks up behind her, and she doesn't stand up. She's open full time, folks.
Why was she hired back? Okay, I get she had a great character arc. How would that translate to her boss to hire her back?
Well, because
she saved
everything that what she got fired for was
with his son.
Right.
Chief
of police.
Chief Stearns was trying to get her fired because she wouldn't stop talking about the foot. And
now the foot is real. So
right, and so she was right about everything.
Got it. I'm back on the same page now.
Look at it. I love how good these turtles look. They got sores, they got red spots. Like
yeah, they do.
Yeah, bruises,
hickeys,
abrasions. Oh
no.
Totally tubular, dude. I love Raphael, but that line. Oh, help us.
Yep. 8-year-old me just like melted in my seat at this moment.
Yep.
And
now,
this song
here for the credits to TURTLE Power, I drove my aunts and uncles up a wall because the only lyrics I knew were TURTLE Power. And I just sang that over and over.
Oh, boy.
Oh, this is the one where they call Raphael the leader when he's not.
Oops. Yeah, I caught that in the review.
Well, they probably showed them the final footage of the movie and said, write something. And based on this, that's what you think.
Right.
I mean, they really did make the rest of them look to just be lackeys, and Raphael's out there.
Yeah.
You know,
I could see that.
I mean, they're three Robins to the Batman, you know.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Yep, Jim Henson's Creature Shop right there.
Oh, Jim Henson.
TURTLE Power. TURTLE Power. Yeah, and Raphael, he's a leader of the group transformed from the norm by the nuclear goop. I love that line. I just wish it was fucking Leonardo's name.
It's just wrong. Ugh.
Dude, I love this fucking movie.
It is so good.
And I feel even more privileged now because I've watched it twice in 1 week. Like I feel
Goodness.
good. And now here I am.
Epic feeling.
Now here I am in my studio with my friend from high school and my friend who I've known for 10 years wearing a turtle mask. Like I feel complete. I could die tonight and be happy.
I wish I still had my Ninja Turtle mask because I had the turtle Halloween costumes and everything. If I still had that, I'd be wearing it right now. My turtle mask with the nose from the 90s.
Well, this was a green T-shirt that had an Ireland logo on the front that I bought to play a gig in on St. Patty's Day years ago that never fit anymore.
So
and last minute,
turtle mask.
Well, last second on the way out the door to come over here, I'm like, aha! And I ran upstairs, found a shirt. Green was the only one I could find.
I could see you doing that. Like I could see you
I was frantically cutting the eye holes out, trying to get here on time.
I could see you like a cartoon. Like you jump in the air, your legs move, and then you just shoot up the stairs.
Yeah. It was like a Jeff-shaped cloud in the air. It was like a
oh man!
Yeah, I did a review on this. How long ago was that? Gosh, I'm trying to see when I did it, but like my
however long ago you think it was, we're going to add a year.
Yeah, let's add a year. I am not good at math
because numbers are hard.
They are hard. Have you ever tried to think about numbers? It's impossible. Gosh,
so. I really enjoy doing these watch parties now. Like I think this is going to be I think I'm going to keep this a consistent thing on my channel.
Good. I'll respond.
Live
not
and, it's nice.
Yeah. Everyone else is like, okay.
I was like, I better say something since clearly Derbs doesn't have the heart to tell him he's on
his phone. Durbin checked out.
I was on my phone. I was
just waiting for me
out
to
how
remove him
long
off the fucking stream.
I'm using my phone to film, so I can't multitask.
Yeah. My phone's over here. I'm just being respectful to everyone else, but that's all.
Respectful.
I'm just joking.
Looking at my analytics to see how long ago did I do my Turtles video. It was awesome.
I'm being respectful. I'm just really immersed in my own channel right now.
Right. Not paying attention to you or what we're supposed to be here doing. How is that not respectful?
Oh shit. All right. So I wonder what's the next movie we should do
said
here?
Galaxy Quest.
I think Galaxy Quest is an awesome idea.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one. Yeah.
You should probably watch it first so you can enjoy it.
That would be that's the niche I think I'm going to do these with. I think I'm going to put out a review of a movie and then have that be the watch party of the week.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in years, but I've seen it multiple times. But I almost watched it just a couple weeks ago. Like it's so one of those. Yeah, if I still actually own cable and not just a bunch of streaming apps, that's one of those movies that if I was scrolling through the channels and that was on, I would stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. Well, I'll probably check it out tomorrow after I finish up my review for Mortal Kombat.
The Shadow Vessel even agrees. Galaxy Quest is the best Star Trek movie.
Right.
That's a Star Trek movie?
No.
Okay.
It's a parody of Star Trek, but they do such
That's what I
a
thought.
good job with it, though, that you're just like, this is so great, It's like it's a respectful parody that makes fun of everything.
Shadow Vessel. I really enjoyed the Star Trek reboot, that the newest movies that they came out with, specifically the first one. Did you like those with what's his name? Chris
Pine.
Chris Pine. I love those movies. I
liked the first and the second one a lot. And I was one of the few people that liked the second one. And I love Benedict Cumberbatch as Khan. Like, I don't know why. Well, I guess a lot of diehard fans really like Shatner screaming Khan. I thought the role reversal was kind of cool, but I'm one of like the two people that holds that opinion.
Well, the thing is with that one, the reason why I have trouble liking the second one is because in the first movie, they do such a great job explaining how they can tell new stories, the whole, time change and like everything that happened before has completely started a new timeline. So now we don't have to repeat the same stories over again. They specifically say that in the movie. We have a whole new life ahead of us.
And then they repeat the story again.
And then they immediately remake the Khan movie. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
the third one did what they said in the first movie, and they did something totally different, which I thought was okay. It wasn't my favorite of those movies, but I thought it was okay. And then they never continued onward. It's like, come on.
Yeah. I like the first. I really enjoy that. So anyway, that's enough about Star Trek. So
On a Turtles video.
Yeah, we
That's
were talking
pretty
about
cool.
Galaxy Quest. That's why.
yeah, that's why.
Which
it's
essentially,
spun off.
just quick premise. I don't think this is any spoilers. It's essentially, it is a faux cast of a Star Trek hugely
Yeah.
popular show that end up finding themselves in a scenario where they're truly in peril in a space situation.
Yeah,
and
I got you.
so it's just this comedic, actors
Well,
trying to be real people type of
It
thing.
just never was on my radar before, and recently, specifically in the past week, I don't know if there's like an anniversary or what, but I keep seeing people posting about how great this movie
That
was.
too. I forget what. I don't know if it's an anniversary or not, but I've been seeing a lot of that too. But I love that movie. It's one of my all-time favorites. So, yeah.
All
so
right.
do that.
I just might do that. So before we check out here, Durbin, tell everyone what you're about and where to find you.
Well, I'm Durbin. I have this channel called Durbania. So I do movie reviews, ranking videos. The unique thing I do is this thing called a theological analysis, where I like to dig deep into just about any movie and find God in it and talk about that and find those deeper themes. So would love to come and have those conversations, or have you come over and have those conversations with you.
Dude, absolutely. I love going on your channel and joining you for those
And
conversations.
Steve
as well.
comes over for a lot of stuff too. So
Yeah.
Steve is always a blast to have on my channel.
Yeah, I'd have to watch my language when I'm on your channel. I think I dropped the S word the last time. I was like, shit,
You know what's
shit,
hilarious
shit.
though? It's hilarious to watch your language. And so I just sit back and I'm like, I don't know how anybody else feels watching it, but I'm just entertained just because I know you so well and I've known you since high school. It's just
Right.
so entertaining.
I'm like,
watching
listen
you
here,
all
you
the-
mother flubber. And Mr. Jeff, what are you about? Where can we find you and your content and the many hats that you wear, sir?
The easiest way would go to my website, which is, I'm Jeff with one F, Jef. My website is Jeff with one F, SHAFFER, JeffSchaefer.com. That's got information about my music, which you can find online on iTunes and all streaming channels. My podcast, Jeff Becomes Jeff. And recently I just started my new news satire website. There's only 7 articles out there right now, but it is newshaha.com. So I'll be adding new content. Go check that out. There's some
Yeah, we were looking
silly
at that
stuff on
before.
there.
We were
Yeah.
looking at that before we started this. Here's a fun thing. My son actually ran a parody channel or a parody thing on Twitter, and because there's this news outlet called Discussing Films. Do you know who I'm talking about, Durbin?
I don't think I've seen Discussing Films.
Okay, well they're pretty popular, but like he came up with Discussing Films, but it was like at parody.com or whatever. And he put out this fake report that wasn't real about the Obi-Wan show being canceled.
It went
I
And-
crazy.
remember that. I remember that.
And not only that, but like him putting that out started a huge ruckus because the show was actually being halted,
Oh, wow.
and he just got it by coincidence. And
wow.
Disney ended up saying that, or I forget who it was. I think it was someone in Disney called out his tweet saying,
Wow.
"Well, they're lying. He's trying to start." All this stuff. And Grace Randolph, a successful YouTuber, she has like 9 million followers or something. She was like, she even brought him up on her channel. She's like,
Wow.
well, this Discussing Films parody channel has seemed to accidentally slipped into something bigger than they thought, and like
Holy
went on
cow.
like, so his channel kind of blew the lid off that by accident.
Oh
And
my God.
Seth called me. He's like, Dad, I kind of put out this fake thing and it's blown up. And I pushed it. I'm like, yeah, okay, sure, whatever, son. And then I saw
Right.
everyone talking about it. I'm like, holy shit, they're talking about his tweet.
Yeah.
I was like, holy crap.
That's
so
crazy.
I looked at him, I said, I'm working my ass off over here at Film Trigger, and you made it on Grace Randolph, you son of a
Right.
bitch.
Well, I will tell you the
Isn't that
stuff
a
on
frustrating thing. Oh,
the stuff on newshaha.com is a little way too far-fetched that I don't think I'll ever accidentally stumble upon a real article.
Yeah,
I feel like real life though is starting to get more far-fetched. So it's possible you might accidentally get something right in all of the same category.
his latest article was Warner Brothers releasing an 87-hour version of Snyder Cut,
Right.
Where they're going to mix the Snyder Cut and Joss Whedon's cut and make
It'll be
it
87 hours
Oh,
long.
man.
Yeah, it's going to be 87 hours.
There's
long.
an episode or an article about a Google car being suspended after sexually assaulting its charging station. So, so
All right. And for everyone listening, you can check out both of their links, jeffschaefer.com, in the comments of the description right now. And you can also click on Durbin's link straight to his channel in the description below. And go subscribe to his channel. Go check out Jeff's stuff. And Shadow Vessel, thank you so much for joining us.
Once again.
Aaron White, thank you for joining us as well when you could. Everybody, have a wonderful day, and we will see you next time for a possible Galaxy Quest watch party.
Cowabunga, dude.
Cowabunga! Oh, yeah, and broadcast. I'm sitting there looking at the camera like an